Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Moments later, an emotional Smith won the Best Actor award for King Richard and apologized to the Academy and the fellow nominees, but not to Chris Rock. After the ceremony, the LAPD said Rock would not be pressing charges. Acho, what's your reaction to Will Smith?
Slap it.
Chris Rock.
Oh, man. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Absolutely no excuse. It undermined the biggest moment of Will Smith's career, and there's no excuse for violence, particularly violence in that moment, Will Smith. There is no excuse.
Ooh.
But for those that are willing, there is an explanation.
Okay.
And I think where we need to traverse to in society is not looking for excuses, but looking to learn, looking for the explanation. Will Smith, in chapter 1, sentence 1 of his autobiography that came out just 4 months ago, he opens up by saying, all of my life, I looked at myself as a coward, and he looked at himself as a coward for this reason, because he grew up and watched his father be emotionally, verbally, and physically abusive to his mother. Will Smith goes on to say, and I quote to some degree, that regardless of all the highs, all the trophies, and all the accolades, his life has been marred by his one moment of inaction when he was 9 years old, I believe, and his father punched his mother so hard that blood came out of his mouth. Will says that his whole life has been marred by the moment of inaction of not standing up to his dad. I will go on to say there were aspects of the book before Will Smith's dad died. He referred to his dad as Daddy-O. His dad was in a wheelchair because his dad was now so physically weak that he could not move and do things on his own. Will Smith said he finally had the thought of, I could push my dad down the stairs right now. That's the inner turmoil that Will Smith has wrestled with in not defending the woman that he loved, his mom, over the verbal, physical, and mental abuse of another man. Fast forward to 2022. What is occurring? Chris Rock makes a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada's hair. Mind you, Jada suffers from alopecia, an autoimmune disease. Jada Smith has been very public with the fact that she shaved her hair bald because she did not want to deal with seeing her hair go into bald spots in different aspects, so she just conceded to the defeat of this autoimmune disease. Chris Rock makes a joke. Of course, Will Smith laughs at the time in this congregation of national television, but he quickly looks left at his wife, Jada Smith, who is not at all laughing, y'all.
No, that was
not at all laughing.
Yeah.
And so Will Smith now has a decision to make. How can I stop this pain being caused to my wife? Because Will Smith again said his career has been marred by the inaction to the woman he loved, his mother. Now there is a woman he loves either most or second most in the world, his wife, and she is being damaged emotionally because of this joke. That was the reason for Will Smith's action in my mind. No excuse for Will Smith publicly putting hands on another person. But I think we would all be remiss to not at least, one, look for an explanation, but two, look to learn of other people and what other people are struggling with significantly more. I will end by saying this.
I know you.
Did we not learn anything from Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther who lost his life due to cancer? And everybody joking about Chadwick Boseman because, remember, he suffered severe weight loss. We just did not know about the weight loss. Why the weight loss? Because we didn't know he was struggling with cancer. He was still out there putting on a brave face for all of us. At what point are we going to chill on the body image jokes, realizing that we don't fully realize what other people are going through?
Yeah.
No excuse for Will Smith putting hands on somebody at all whatsoever. I don't condone that. But we also have to understand, can we start to collectively be better as a society?
Acho's back. Yes, Acho's back. I love it. Man, we're going to have to rename this show. I mean, we do speak for ourselves. And speak for yourself is real, but We got a little yin yang going on here right now because I think where you started is where I'm going to start and I'm going to end, which is there's no excuse for what I saw last night. And Will Smith, who's someone I truly respect, his grind, his drive, his accomplishments, what he tries to embody. I mean, next level, obviously. I respect him, but I really felt this one, and it hurt. Let me tell you why. Will Smith needs to understand, never risk it all, man, especially when there's nothing to gain. And there was nothing to gain in that moment for him going on that stage. Oh, no, I can hear y'all right now. No, you got to defend your woman. Defend her honor. Protect her. Let me tell y'all something. I grew up around these people. I'm going to take up for my woman. Somebody say something to my woman. Look at my woman, do anything for my woman. I'm going to take up for her. I said, there's one thing better than taking up for your woman. Taking care of your woman. Because if you take care of your woman, then these things become trivial. You laugh at that because you know it doesn't have an impact and effect on her because you know her better than anybody, especially a joke. But I understand this is the joke that broke the camel's back. It's the last straw. And it's funny because Will Smith got to the point of the last straw. I think in the whole entanglement conversation and all the public shaming that's been coming to this marriage and to Will Smith, he sounded like he made a deal with himself. I'm going to take this one on the chin, August Alsina and all that conversation, the red table talk, but that's the last one. Bruh, you just posted it. Please, people out there, don't put a period where you should put a comma. Will Smith, don't make this your last straw. And then I saw him finally go over, and he finally just crossed to a dark side that I'd never seen from Will Smith, at least publicly, let's be real. And it was classic overcorrection. You're right. He was living out childhood trauma right there in that moment. And it got exacerbated, obviously, because of everything else he's been going through. But, bruh, displaced aggression to the fullest. What does Chris Rock and the joke have to do with the fact that your wife has an issue and she is suffering from an ailment? Let me tell you why. Because I'm protecting comedians' rights. They should be able to say whatever they want. Want to know why? I grew up on comedians that talked about dead people. And now we can't talk about your sick wife? I grew up on comedians and still like comedians that talk about any and everything. You know why? Because you have to know that you're different than what they're talking about. If we can't talk freedom of speech about any and every issue, and we only have to talk from the point of pain and how it's going to be lived through by you, the respondent, then I don't like this level. I don't like this level of conversation. My greatest disappointment in Will Smith is he's one of our leaders. In terms of like really young people who want to aspire to be something and really do it the right way. Got a family, took care of his family from West Philly all the way to the greatness. We all grew up on the Fresh Prince. Like, if our leaders lead like this, boy, where are we really going?
I love it. And we going places, y'all. I know that much. Took me somewhere into places. First, let me start by this. We have to do a better job of understanding what aspects of our leaders do we want to follow and what aspects of our leaders do we not want to follow.
That's right.
I told Marcellus Wiley off camera, I don't consider myself a fan of Will Smith. I consider myself a student of Will Smith. Yeah. Literally, I study his craft. I study his art. I study his this. I study his that. I consider myself a student of Will Smith. In Will Smith's books, he talks about wanting a harem of women. He just wants to have whatever woman he wanted at the time. When he was talking to his therapist, that's what he said he wanted. Now, he's since changed that ideology. Will Smith, I am a student of him. I by no means want a harem. Will Smith talked about
No.
Will Smith talked about going on different areas and like safely taking this drug that would like take his mind into all types of different places. I am a student of Will Smith. I do not have any desire to do drugs. However, I understand the aspects of Will Smith in which I do want to follow, the aspects of Will Smith in which I do want to embody. So I got to start by saying that. There is no person in this world, for my mind, outside of Jesus, who I fully want to duplicate and emulate. Right. Love Marcellus Wiley. Love what he did going from Compton to Columbia. Aspects of him I wouldn't want to duplicate. Aspects of him I wish I could run back. I wish I could. So I will go there. We say there's nothing to gain by what Will Smith did. I don't think for you nor I, but I think for Will Smith there absolutely was.
Let's hear it.
Will Smith, you saw after he slapped Chris Rock, he goes back to a seat, and you could see his chest was a little bit out, peacocking a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was for us. I think that was for Will. You never outgrow that inner child that you are. And I think for Will, he constantly talked about being a coward,